I live in Zone 4, winters that make your car cry. A frost date that other gardeners look at and send condolences. And yet, somehow, my garden grows things that make people stop, squint, and ask, what is that? The secret is heirloom seeds. Not just any heirlooms. The weird ones, the rare ones, the ones that make you look like you ordered your produce from a different planet. Today I'm running through 20 of the craziest crops I grow or have grown, where I source them, and crucially, what zone they actually thrive in, and whether us Zone 4 gardeners can pull it off. Everything on this list comes from Baker Creek Heirloom Seeds, also known as rareseeds.com. I'll drop the link in the description. Let's go. Number 1. Richmond Green Apple Cucumber, Zones 4 to 11. Your standard grocery store cucumber is, let's be honest, a watery green tube, functional, forgettable. The Richmond Green Apple Cucumber is its Australian cousin that clearly got all the personality in the family. This thing is round, lime green, about the size of a tennis ball. It looks like someone crossed a cucumber with a Granny Smith apple, and it has zero bitterness. You eat it skin and all, and it is crisp, sweet, and juicy in a way that regular cucumbers never are. I grow this every year, and every year people ask me what it is. That never gets old. Perfect for Zone 4. Started indoors 3 to 4 weeks before last frost. Transplant after the soil warms, trellis it up, and it will produce relentlessly until frost. Number 2. Iroquois Skunk Bean, Zones 3 to 9. The name alone deserves a spot on this list, but the history behind it is genuinely incredible. This is an ancient pole bean cultivated by the Haudenosaunee, the Iroquois, of the Great Lakes region for centuries. The seeds are flat and lima-shaped with bold black and white markings, and the Mohawk word for it literally translates to skunk. They look like someone painted them by hand. What makes this better than your average bean? It does double duty. Harvest young for fresh snap beans with what people describe as an old-fashioned flavor you simply don't get from commercial varieties. Let them mature and you get beautiful dry beans for soups and stews that cook up with a meaty, rich depth. And as a bonus, beans fix nitrogen in your soil. You're growing food and improving your garden at the same time. Zone 4, friendly. Direct sow after your last frost. Done. Number 3. Tom Thumb lettuce, Zones 4 to 9. Most lettuce you grow heads up like a full-size cabbage and needs a lot of real estate. Tom Thumb is a miniature butterhead that forms perfect little heads the size of a tennis ball. One head equals one serving. No chopping needed. Just pull a head and eat it. The flavor is buttery, soft, and sweet. Everything a grocery store bag salad pretends to be but isn't. Regular lettuce from the store has been sitting in a truck for days. This comes from 3 feet away and it tastes like it. Tom Thumb is incredibly heat tolerant for a butterhead type and will produce all spring and into summer here in Zone 4 without bolting nearly as fast as other varieties. Great in containers too if you're short on bed space. Number 4. Glass Gem Popping Corn, Zones 4 to 10. I will keep recommending this corn until the end of time because nothing in the garden stops people dead in their tracks like it does. Glass Gem was developed over decades by Carl White Eagle Barnes, a Cherokee farmer from Oklahoma, who dedicated his life to collecting and crossing traditional Native American corn varieties. The result is an ear of corn that looks like someone strung together stained glass, translucent kernels in purples, blues, pinks, oranges, greens, and golds. Every single ear is different. You don't know what you're getting until you peel back the husk, and it genuinely feels like opening a gift. It can be popped for small, nutty-flavored popcorn or ground into vibrant cornmeal for cornbread and tortillas. The one challenge in Zone 4, Glass Gem needs 100 to 110 days to mature. Our growing season is tight. The fix is to start it indoors 2 to 3 weeks. Before last frost and transplant after soil temperatures hit 60 degrees. Black plastic mulch to warm the soil speeds things up significantly. Plant in blocks, not rows, for proper wind pollination. Number 5. Pink Beauty, Amaranth, Zones 4 to 11. Most people plant amaranth as an ornamental and never think twice. That is a missed opportunity of epic proportions. Pink Beauty is a stunning, hot pink plume amaranth that reaches 4 to 5 feet tall and looks like something from a tropical garden. But every single part of it is edible. The young leaves are nutritious greens, taste similar to spinach but with more substance. The seeds are a complete protein grain, one of the few plant-based foods that contains all essential amino acids. The Aztecs cultivated amaranth as a staple food crop, so important that the Spanish colonizers banned its growth to weaken their culture. In Zone 4, Pink Beauty is a warm season annual that directs sows beautifully after last frost. It laughs at heat and drought once established. You'll have fresh greens in early summer and grain to harvest by fall. Number 6, Colorado Red Star Artichoke. Zone 4 with a trick. Standard artichokes are perennials that take 2 years to produce heads. In Zone 4, that's a problem because they usually die in winter before you ever see a harvest. Colorado Red Star was specifically bred to solve this. This variety, a cross between the green Imperial Star and purple Peruvian varieties, was developed to produce heads in its very first year with just 10 days of cool weather to trigger it. So you start seeds indoors in February, give the seedlings a brief chill period, transplant in late spring, and by late summer, you're harvesting gorgeous purple-tinged artichoke globes. The color alone is reason enough. Deep purple-green, bracts with paintbrush strokes of plum. It looks like a botanical illustration come to life. And artichoke plants are absolutely massive and dramatic in a garden. You get a statement plant and food. I start these in January under lights, give them their chill period in the garage in March, then transplant after last frost. It works, every time. Number 7, Violet Sparkle. Sweet pepper, Zone 4 with indoor start. Most sweet peppers are just red, yellow, or orange bells. This one starts violet purple and ripens to a vivid red-orange, and it's covered in sparkle-like texture. It looks like it belongs in a jewelry store. More importantly, it tastes exceptional. Sweet, fruity, thick-walled, and earlier to ripen than most bell peppers, which is exactly what Zone 4 gardeners need. The earlier a pepper ripens, the better our chances of a full harvest before frost shuts everything down. Start indoors 10 to 12 weeks before last frost. Transplant after nighttime temperatures are consistently above 55 degrees. Provide a sheltered, warm spot in full sun. The south side of a wall or fence is ideal. In truly short summers, row cover can buy you another 2 weeks of warm growing conditions at either end of the season. Number 8, Pearl Goya, Bitter Melon. Zone 5 to 11 outdoors. Zone 4, greenhouse or tunnel. Okay, here's where we hit our first Zone 4 wall. Bitter melon is a tropical vine from Asia. It wants long, hot summers and high heat. In Zone 4, grown outdoors, it will struggle. But bitter melon is genuinely one of the most extraordinary vegetables you've never grown. Pearl Goya is the premium Japanese variety. Small, pale green-white, with a more refined bitterness than the standard varieties. In Japanese cooking, it's called Goya, and it's prized for its health properties. Research shows that bitter melon compounds may help regulate blood sugar. It's been used in traditional medicine across Asia for centuries for exactly this. For Zone 4, growers, a greenhouse or high tunnel is the play. Start seeds indoors in April, get them into a warm, protected structure in late May, and give them a trellis to climb. With that extra warmth, they will produce through summer and into fall. The flavor is an acquired taste. Bitter, bright, slightly herbaceous, but once you're hooked, you're hooked. Number 9, Sikkim Cucumber. Zones 4 to 11 with indoor start. Sir Joseph Hooker discovered this cucumber in the eastern Himalayas in 1848 and wrote about seeing the fruits lying by the thousands along mountain paths, eaten by locals as a staple. That description alone tells you everything about what kind of producer this is. The Sikkim cucumber is unlike anything at a grocery store. It starts as a green cucumber but matures to a stunning russet brown with netted skin, like a crossbreed between a cucumber and a cantaloupe in appearance. Fruits can reach 10 inches or more in length and weigh over 2 pounds. The flesh is sweet, never bitter, and works raw, pickled, stir-fried, or in salads. Start indoors 3 to 4 weeks before last frost, transplant to the warmest spot in your garden, and trellis it. It's adapted to short-season mountain growing in its native habitat, so Zone 4 absolutely works with that head start. Number 10, Pusa aceta, black carrot. Zones 3 to 10. You've seen purple carrots, you have not seen this. Pusa aceta is a carrot developed in India that is jet black all the way through. Not dark purple, not maroon, black. When you cut it, the cross-section looks like obsidian. People genuinely don't believe it's a carrot until they bite into it. And here's the nutrition angle. Black carrots are loaded with anthocyanins, the same antioxidant compounds found in blueberries and blackberries. Research suggests they have significantly higher antioxidant activity than orange carrots. They also taste exceptional. Sweet, earthy, slightly spiced. Best of all, perfect for Zone 4, direct sow in early. Spring or late summer for a fall crop. Carrots are a cold, hardy, cool season crop, and the black color deepens and intensifies after light frost. I actually leave mine in the ground until after the first hard frost for peak flavor. Number 11, Purple Lady Bok Choy, Zones 3 to 9. Regular bok choy is fine. Purple Lady Bok Choy makes people take photos. This variety produces gorgeous, deep purple stems with contrasting dark green leaves, and it's absolutely packed with anthocyanins. more than the standard green types. The flavor is mild, slightly peppery and tender. It stir-fries beautifully and the purple color stays vibrant even after light cooking, which makes it an absolute showstopper on the plate. It grows fast, ready in about 45 to 50 days. Cool season crop, so it's perfect for Zone 4 spring and fall growing. It can even handle light frost, which just sweetens the flavor. Start it early, get a spring crop, then direct sow again in late July for a fall harvest. 2 crops per season, 0 drama. Number 12, birdhouse gourd. Zones 4 to 11 with indoor start. The most satisfying thing I've ever grown might be a birdhouse gourd. Not because I ate it, you don't eat these, but because I drilled a hole in it, hung it in the yard, and a pair of wrens moved in. A seed became a bird condo. That's remarkable. Birdhouse gourds have been grown for exactly this purpose for thousands of years, long before plastic and metal birdhouses existed. Native peoples across North America cultivated them specifically to attract purple martins as a natural insect control strategy. For Zone 4, start indoors 3 to 4 weeks before last frost. These need a long, warm season to fully develop and dry. A greenhouse or plastic tunnel helps extend the season at both ends. Let them cure on the vine until after the first frost if possible, then bring them in to dry completely over several months. Once dry, they're virtually indestructible and last for decades. Number 13, large barred boar tomato. Zone 4 with indoor start. This is not a tomato, it's an event. Large barred boar is a beefsteak type tomato with metallic pink-brown skin and dramatic dark green stripes. It looks like it was hand-painted by someone who really committed to the artistic vision. The meaty pink flesh is rich, complex, and deeply savory with a smoky undertone that regular red tomatoes simply don't have. Standard tomatoes at the grocery store are bred for shelf life and uniformity. They're harvested underripe and gas-ripened in transit. The flavor is a shadow of what a tomato can be. Large barred boar never sees a truck. It goes from the vine to your kitchen in minutes, fully tree-ripened at peak flavor. Start indoors 6 to 8 weeks before last frost. Transplant after nighttime temperatures stay above 50 degrees. Provide a warm, sheltered spot, stake or cage it well, and the harvest is extraordinary. Number 14, Blauer Speck kohlrabi. Zones 3 to 9, Blauer. Speck translates to blue bacon kohlrabi in German, which is one of the best names in vegetable history. It produces flattened, violet blue frosted globes that look like they were dipped in a frost and silvered overnight. Introduced in 1914, this variety became a staple across Central Europe, partly because of its incredible storage life. Before refrigeration, this was a critical quality. It spread widely during World War II because it was reliable, productive, and easy to grow in tight spaces thanks to its small, sparse leaves. The flavor is buttery and sweet, like a cross between broccoli stem and apple, but milder than either. Eat it raw in slaws, roasted, or stir-fried. Perfect for Zone 4. Cool season crop, direct sow in spring and again in late summer. Ready in 60 days. This is one of those vegetables that makes you wonder why you've been buying the boring green kind your whole life. If you're enjoying this list and you like the kind of content I make here, please subscribe. It costs you nothing and it means the world to me. Now let's keep going. We're not even close to done. Number 15, Green Mountain celtuce. Zones 3 to 9. Most North American gardeners have never heard of celtuce. That's a shame, because it's one of the most versatile and unusual vegetables you can grow. Celtuce is a type of stem lettuce popular in China. You grow it like regular lettuce, but what you're really after is the thick, swollen stem that develops as the plant matures. Green Mountain produces jumbo stems that stay crunchy, tender, and juicy, even as they reach a foot or more in height. The flavor is genuinely hard to describe. Refreshing, with notes of cucumber and sweet corn at the same time. The Baker Creek Test Kitchen uses it raw in salads, stir-fried, and even as a gluten-free pasta substitute because of the way the peeled stem holds sauces. Plant in fall in Zone 4, about 50 days before your first frost for the best production. The cool weather enhances the flavor and prevents premature bolting. This is the vegetable your dinner guests will ask about every single time. Number 16, Adirondack blue potato. Zones 4 to 8. You've heard of purple potatoes. Adirondack blue is the one that actually stays purple after cooking. Developed at Cornell University, this mid-season variety is deep amethyst from skin to flesh, and that color remains bold and bright even when roasted, boiled, or mashed, because the pigment is stable at cooking temperatures. Most purple potatoes fade. This one doesn't. The creamy, waxy texture is exceptional. The flavor is earthy and rich. And nutritionally, the anthocyanins responsible for that color are potent antioxidants. You're getting a significantly different nutritional profile than a standard russet. Perfect for Zone 4. Potatoes are a cool season crop that thrives in our climate. Plant microtubers 2 to 3 weeks before your last frost, keep them consistently moist, and harvest after the foliage dies back completely for the best flavor and storage life. Number 17, Treviso Scorze radicchio, zones 4 to 9. Radicchio is one of the most underrated vegetables in the home garden, and Treviso Scorze is the variety that converts skeptics. This Italian heirloom produces elongated, deep burgundy red heads with striking white ribs. It looks architectural. The flavor is bitter and bold, but in a way that becomes addictive. Grilled radicchio with olive oil and balsamic is one of the greatest things you can eat, and the bitterness mellows dramatically with heat. Why is this better than standard radicchio? Standard varieties can be inconsistent, getting overly bitter in warm weather. Treviso types are bred to heart up reliably and develop their color and flavor in the cool fall temperatures of Zone 4. This is actually a crop that benefits from our cold climate. Sow in late summer, harvest after light frosts, which sweeten the heads considerably. Number 18, Lehmann, cucumber, zones 4 to 11. The most common reaction when people see this one in my garden, is that a lemon? No, but it's better. The lemon cucumber is a round yellow heirloom about the size of a baseball that produces abundantly all summer. The flavor is exceptionally mild and sweet, with thin skin that you eat straight from the vine without peeling, and zero of the bitterness that plagues regular cucumbers. The difference from standard cucumbers isn't just aesthetic. Regular slicing cucumbers have cucurbitacin compounds that cause the bitterness and the digestive discomfort some people experience. Lemon cucumber has essentially none of that. People who say they don't like cucumbers often discover they love this one. Perfect for Zone 4. Start indoors 3 to 4 weeks before last frost. It's a prolific producer and handles heat and variable weather better than most slicing types. Number 19, sweet chocolate pepper, zones 3 to 9. This one was literally developed for gardeners in cold climates. The sweet chocolate pepper was introduced by the University of New Hampshire Agricultural Experiment Station in 1965, specifically bred to ripen early in cool northern gardens. It ripens from green to a rich, deep chocolate brown in just 60 to 75 days, earlier than most bell types, which is critical for Zone 4 success. The flavor is sweet, slightly richer and more complex than a standard bell pepper. Some people describe a subtle earthiness that's not present in red or yellow bells. And the color is a genuine conversation piece. Most people have never seen a brown pepper, and their first instinct is to ask if it's fully ripe. It is. That color is the whole point. For Zone 4, start indoors 10 to 12 weeks before last frost. Give it the warmest spot you have. Harvest early, and often to encourage continued production before your first frost shuts things down. Number 20, Sarthe Rolloise, tomato. Zone 4 with indoor start. We close this list with the most visually stunning tomato I have ever grown. Sarthe Rolloise was bred by Roland Boulanger in Sarthe, Eustache, Belgium, a cross between the White Wonder tomato, which contributed tropical pineapple sweet notes, and the baby blue tomato, which explains the deep indigo blue brushstrokes that appear on the shoulders. The rest of the fruit is a luminous orange-yellow, and the color combination looks like a stained glass window. It's a large beefsteak that averages 10 to 20 ounces. The flavor matches the appearance, sweet, fruity, tropical, and complex, with just the right acid balance. It genuinely doesn't taste like any other tomato. It's in a category by itself. For Zone 4, start indoors 8 to 10 weeks before last frost. Give it your best warm spot, stake it well, and be patient. The wait is absolutely worth it. When you finally cut one open and taste it for the first time, you'll understand immediately why Belgian backyard breeders spend their lives on projects like this. So, there they are. 20 heirloom crops that are growing, or have grown, in my Zone 4 garden. Most of them are completely Zone 4 compatible. A few need an indoor start or a little season extension. And the one that truly demands a warmer climate, well, that's what cold frames and tunnels are for. The link to Baker Creek heirloom seeds is in the description. These are the only seeds I trust for these varieties. Non-GMO, open-pollinated, and you can save seed from every single one of them. Buy seeds once, grow them forever. Drop a comment and tell me which one you're most excited to grow this season. My personal pick this year is the Sarthe Rolloise tomato. That thing is going to blow some minds at the dinner table. That's it for me today. I hope you learned a bunch, and I'll see you in the next one.